Hello everybody, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I'm Anuradha and I have brought a very good news for all of you people who are waiting for the CDS 1 2022 exam admit card. Yes, you have guessed it correctly. The CDS 1 2022 exam admit card is out today and you people can now go and download this particular CDS 1 2022 e-admit card. Okay, so we are going to look into some of the most important things in this particular session. We are going to look into how you can download, what will be the procedure for downloading this e-admit card for your CDS 1 2022 examination, and I'm going to guide you step by step in this particular session. So before we begin into the most important thing about how you can download the CDS 1 2022 e-admit card today, first of all, I want to tell you something about the CDS examination. As you all know, CDS exam or the Combined Defense Services examination is a national level examination which is organized by the UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, to recruit candidates for the Indian Military Academy, Officers Training Academy, Indian Naval Academy and Indian Air Force Academy. It is held twice in a year through offline mode, that is pen and paper mode only. Now, talking about the CDS 1 2022 educational qualifications, and this is important because it will decide in which training academy you are going to, because if you are having a graduation degree, you are eligible for the Indian Military Academy or IMA. If you are having a BE or BTech, and if you had physics and mathematics at your 10+2 level, then you are eligible for the Indian Naval Academy or INA. Now, if you have a graduation and a BE or BTech with 10+2 having maths and physics during that time, you are eligible for the Indian Air Force Academy or the AFA. However, if you're only having graduation degree in any stream, you're eligible for Officers Training Academy, both men and for women here. Now, we are going to look into the examination pattern depending on these educational qualifications, and this may sound a bit complicated, but it is not. So we will going to discuss about CDS 1 2022 exam pattern. As I said that the CDS examination is organized by the UPSC and the type of exam is basically MCQ based, okay, and it is in offline mode. So OMR answer sheet will be given to you and you have to just mark the correct answer there. It's completely objective type questions that will be asked from you. Now, to get admitted into the Indian Military Academy, Indian Naval Academy and Air Force Academy, you have to take the CDS examination, which consists of 3 papers. The first paper is English, which is of a 2-hour long duration paper consisting of 120 questions and a total of 100 marks. The second paper is of general knowledge and it is also of 2 hours and 120 questions are asked from the general knowledge paper, carrying a total of 100 marks. The third paper is elementary mathematics, that is also for 2 hours and the total number of questions is 100, the total marks is 100. This is for those of you who are eligible to apply for IMA, INA and AFA. Now, for the OTA, that is the Officers Training Academy, there's a different criteria in the sense that you have to take the CDS 1 2022 OTA examination, and for that you have to take only 2 papers, which is English and general knowledge. Now, each of these papers are of 2 hours duration consisting of 120 questions each and a total marks of 100 in each papers. So I hope that firstly I showed you the educational qualifications to make you understand that how this examination pattern is different as per the educational qualifications you are eligible for different academies. Now, talking about the marking scheme of CDS 1 2022 exam, there will be 3 papers. So those of you who are eligible for IMA, ANA, AFA have to take these 3 papers of English, general knowledge and elementary maths. For OTA, you only have to take English and general knowledge. So we will see the marking scheme of these papers. Now, for English, 120 questions are asked, carrying a total of 100 marks. For general knowledge, 120 questions are asked, carrying a total of 100 marks. Now, for both these papers of English and general knowledge, for every correct answer, you will get 0.83 marks. However, there is a negative marking also. For every incorrect answer, you will lose 0.27 marks. Now, for the IMA, INA and AFA people, you have to take an extra paper which is elementary mathematics. Now, this is of 100 questions carrying a total of 100 marks, and only for this elementary mathematics paper, for every correct answer you will score 1 mark, and for every incorrect answer you will lose 0.33 marks. So for IMA, INA and AAFA candidates, you are eligible and you need to apply and need to sit for the CDS 1 2022 exam consisting of a total of 340 questions and a total of 300 marks. However, for the OTA candidates, you have to take only 2 papers, that is English and General Knowledge, consisting of 240 questions in total and a total of 200 marks. So I hope that this examination pattern and marking scheme for the candidates eligible for different academies is clear now for your CDS 1 2022 exam. Now talking about the selection procedure, how you will be selected. First of all, you have to take the written test, which is either CDS 1 2022 exam or CDS 1 2022 OTA exam as per your educational qualifications. Once you have qualified in the written test, you will be called for the SSB interview. And if there you have to get recommended. Once you get recommended in the SSB, you will be then taken for medical examination. So you have to be declared medically fit. Once you are declared medically fit, you have to wait for the final merit list. Once your name is there in the merit list, you will be given the joining letter for your respective academies. So this is the 4-step procedure of the selection process, which usually takes place for the CDS aspirants. Now, talking about the dates to remember, which is very important dates. As you know that for CDS 1 2022 exam, the application was started around 22nd December 2021, right? So, 22nd December 2021, the notification for the CDS 1 2022 exam was out, and from that date itself, the starting of application was there. The last date for applying for the CDS 1 2022 exam was 11th January 2022. Today, the admit card for CDS 1 2022 exam has been released, and the exam for the CDS 1 2022 will be on 10th of April 2022, which is a Sunday. And I hope that this is a very important date and all of you are quite, informed about this particular date. The results of this exam will be declared somewhere around June or latest by July 2022. So these are the very important dates which I hope had made the CDS 1 2022 exam quite a hit amongst you. Now, before I go on to the very important step of today's session, that is how to download the e-admit card for CDS 1 2022 exam, I also want to show you our CDS exam online course 2022, which is available inside our app. So those of you who are preparing for the CDS 1 2022 exam and those of you who are trying to prepare or deciding to prepare for CDS 2 2022 exam, both of you can check out our CDS exam online course, and you can do that by downloading our SSBCrack exams app from the Google Play Store. Inside the app, you can get yourself enrolled into this course where each and every subjects have been covered in great detail with full-fledged lectures, PDF study materials, quizzes, sample practice Q&A, previous year's Q&A, practice exercises and much more. That will really help your preparation to become rock solid and will really help your performance and your confidence level to boost up in the actual exam. Now, the most important part now of this session is to know how to download the CDS 1 2022 e-admit card. First of all, you have to go to the official website of the UPSC, which is upsconline.nic.in. So please visit their official website. Okay, and once you are in their official website, you have to click on the link which is titled e-admit card Combined Defense Services Examination 1 2022. Once you have clicked on this particular link, a box will be there, and there you will have a chance to download the Combined Defense Services Examination 1 2022 e-admit card. So I'll show you step by step. So once you have clicked on the link of e-admit card Combined Defense Services Examination 1 2022, this box will open. Okay, and you can see here Combined Defense Services Examination 1 2022 is written, and the exam name is given, which is CDS 1 2022. The year is given, which is 2022. Issue date is today, which is 14th of March 2022. And the last date to download your e-admit card for CDS 1 2022 exam is 10th of April. I would suggest you not to wait till the very end of your, till the very end date or till the last date of downloading, because many technical errors can happen. So I would suggest you to start downloading the e-admit card as soon as possible. And here you can see a click here link is given to download the e-admit card. So you have to click on the link to download the e-admit card. So once you've clicked on this link, a list of instructions, a page full of instructions will open. You have to read the instructions page and you have to print it. Now this is very important. Without printing the instructions page, you cannot go to the actual admit card. This has been made mandatory for all candidates to first of all print the the instructions page, because it is very important for you to know the instructions. Now, what are these instructions? I will tell you at the very end of the session. Okay, so don't worry. So you have to click on, have you read and taken the printout of important instructions, and you have to click on yes. Only when you are clicking on yes, it will take you to the next page, which is this one, the login page. So here you have to get your admit card by either going through your or logging in your registration ID or your roll number. So if you want to open your e-admit card by your registration ID, you can do that, or by your roll number. You can also select the most appropriate option for you, and you can start downloading your e-admit card. So I'm going to show you a sample e-admit card here. So this is just a sample e-admit card. Here you will have your photo, your picture, which you have digitally uploaded while filling the online application form for the CDS 1 2022 exam. And then here you will have your name, your roll number, and your Aadhaar card number will also be given. Your father's name will be here, your mother's name will be put here, and your preference will be put here. So whatever academies you're eligible for will be written here. So you can see this candidate's most eligible preferences, and your preferences, obviously it is very important when you have filled in the online application form for CDS 1 2022 exam, you must have chosen your preference as per your educational qualification. So your preferences will be given here. You can see this candidate has chosen IMA as his first preference and OTA as his second preference. So he has chosen these academies, and it has been written here as per the preferences. And the center is Delhi. The venue of examination, the full address will be given here. As you can see, this candidate wants to opt for the New Delhi venue. So that's why the center address has been given here. And then the timetable for your examination will also be given just below these instructions, these important details. So here you can see the subject code and the time has been written here. Now, because this candidate is eligible for both IMA and OTA, he has to take the 3 papers. So you can see the English code 1 and the date has been, the time has been mentioned to be 9 AM to 11 AM. Then general knowledge code 2 paper is from 12 noon to 2 PM, and then the elementary mathematics code 3 paper is from 3 to 5 PM, right? So each and everything will be there in your e-admit card. So please read your e-admit card very carefully before going in, appearing in the CDS 1 2022 examination. So here I will collectively show you how your e-admit card, when you will be downloading your admit card for CDS 1 2022 exam, will look like. So this will be your complete e-admit card. Okay, you have to take a printout of this admit card before going to the examination hall. Okay, so now I will be showing to you certain instructions. I will be describing certain instructions which has been given to you and which you have to mandatorily follow while you are taking your CDS 1 2022 examination. But before that, let me also talk about the CDS OTA exam online course 2022. So if you think that we only have the CDS exam online course 2022, that is not true. We also have CDS OTA exam online course 2022. So if you are a candidate who is only eligible for the Officers Training Academy, we have your course as well. So what you can do is download our SSBCrack exams app from the Google Play Store and then get yourself enrolled into CDS OTA exam online course 2022. Here you will find all the subjects, which is basically English and general knowledge, being covered in full details with full-fledged lectures, PDF study materials, sample practice Q&A, previous year's Q&A, quizzes, practice exercises, and much more. Okay. Alright, now we will move on to the very special and important instructions to follow. The instructions page that you have to print out, okay, before you proceed on to download your e-admit card will contain these very important instructions. Okay, so let's see what are these important instructions that the UPSC don't want you to miss. First of all, you have to bring the e-admit card printout along with the original photo identity card whose number is mentioned in the e-admit card in each session to secure admission to examination hall. Now, this is very important. As I was just showing to you in the sample e-admit card, there the candidate has given his photo identity proof as his Aadhaar card. So he has to bring his Aadhaar card to the examination hall. Similarly, if you have given any other photo identity proof there while filling up the online application form for CDS 1 2022 exam, you have to bring that photo identity proof in original. Okay, so don't go and bring the Xerox or the photocopy of it. You have to take with you the original photo identity card whose number you have given in the online application form for CDS 1 2022 exam along with the printout of your e-admit card. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to enter the examination hall. The e-admit card must be preserved till the declaration of the final result, as its production before SSB is necessary. Please remember that after your examination, do not just tear it up and just throw it away. You have to keep it with you, because you have to again take that e-admit card with you while you are being called for SSB. So you have to produce it to the SSB. If you are tearing it away and throwing it up, then obviously you won't be allowed to go inside the SSB. So please keep it with you till the final result is declared. Next important instruction is enter the examination hall at least 30 minutes before the scheduled commencement of the examination. So if the first paper is going to start at 11 o'clock, you have to be there by 10:30. Okay, so make sure that you're entering the examination hall at least latest by 10:30. Okay, entry to the examination venue closes 10 minutes prior to the scheduled commencement of the examination in each session. So if again the first paper is from 11 a.m., they will close the examination hall gate at 10:50. Okay, so make sure that you are entering at least 30 minutes before the examination starts. Now, candidates should note that they shall not be allowed to appear at any other venue except the venue mentioned in the admit card. So in the sample admit card, again, I have showed you that the candidate has chosen Delhi Center to be his venue of examination hall. Now, if he goes to any other city like Varanasi or Allahabad or something like that, he won't be allowed to enter. Okay, he has to appear with that admit card at the very venue that it has been mentioned in the admit card, right? So if a candidate appears at any other venue due to any reason, his candidature shall liable to be cancelled. So please make sure that you are noting the examination venue, the examination venue center address very carefully. The next thing is mobile phones, calculators or any of the IT gadgets are not allowed inside the premises where the examination is being conducted. Any infringements of these instructions shall entail disciplinary action, including ban from future examinations. So mobile phones you cannot carry any kind of calculators or any IT gadgets. So please don't carry them with you in the examination hall. The next is candidates who do not have clear photographs on the admit card will have to bring a photo identity proof. That is an Aadhaar card or a driving license or a passport or a voter ID card and 3 passport size photographs, one for each session, for appearing in the examination with an undertaking. So you have to have an undertaking. If your picture is not very clear on the e-admit card, you have to have an undertaking. You have to carry 3 passport size photographs and you have to carry a photo identity proof, any of the photo identity proof that you have. Candidates should note that any omission, mistake, discrepancy in encoding or filling in details in the OMR answer sheet, especially with regard to roll number and test booklet series code, will render the answer sheet liable for rejection. So it's very important that when you are going to take up any subject code, for example, you're going to sit for the English paper or elementary maths paper or GK paper, make sure that you are writing down your roll number and the test booklet series code. That is, for English it is 01, for general knowledge it is 02, for elementary maths it's 03. So you make sure that you are also writing down the test booklet series code very clearly in your OMR answer sheet, otherwise it will be cancelled. So please write down your roll number and the test booklet series code very correctly. There will be also other series of numbers present in the test booklet, so make sure you're also writing them down properly and clearly in the OMR answer sheet. Now, the next is answers other than those made by black ballpoint pen would not be evaluated. This means that you have to carry black ballpoint pen and you have to mark the OMR sheet, the correct answers. You have to shade that circle with black ballpoint pen only. Any other colored pen like blue, red, green, etc. will not be allowed. Okay, even if you're marking the correct answer with any other colored pen other than the black ballpoint pen, will not be taken into consideration. So please carry black ballpoint pen. I would suggest to carry 2-3 extra with you. Candidates admitted for the OTA course only, but who would appear unauthorizedly in elementary maths paper for CDS 1 2022, their answer scripts of elementary maths paper will not be evaluated. So, for example, your preference is OTA, but you also want to go for IMA, INA, and it is not written anywhere in your e-admit card, you are only eligible to sit for English and general knowledge papers, and obviously you are sitting for elementary mathematics to if you think that by sitting into the elementary mathematics paper you would get into IMA, INA, AFA, it will not be corrected. Okay, it will be only corrected according to the preference which is being marked in the admit card. So if your readmit card says that your preference is IMA, INA or AFA, you have to sit for the elementary maths paper. But if it is only saying OTA, then you have to sit for two papers, that is English and general knowledge only. You cannot go and sit for elementary maths. Okay. The next is wearing of mask or face cover is mandatory for all candidates. So this is as per the COVID-19 protocols. You have to follow these instructions. So you have to carry a mask or a face cover or a face shield, and it is mandatory. If you are not wearing the mask or face cover, you will not be allowed entry into the venue. So make sure that you are carrying extras also with you. Candidates, however, will have to remove their masks for verification whenever required by the examination functionaries. Now, this doesn't mean that you will not remove it. Obviously, for verification purpose, they will want you to remove it. So, make sure that you are also removing it, not making it a strict procedure or arguing with them at all regarding this. The next is candidate may carry his or her own hand sanitizer in small size transparent bottle. Candidates to follow COVID-19 norms of social distancing as well as personal hygiene inside the examination halls or rooms as well as in the premises of the venue. So, these certain COVID-19 protocols also you have to follow along with the most important instructions for your examination of CDS 1 2022. So, I hope that this particular session has been quite clear to you. Now that you know the dates, now that you know how to download the admit card for CDS 1 2022 exam, now that you know what the important instructions to follow, so I would also suggest you to start downloading if you have not started downloading your e-admit card yet, as it is out today and it is ready for downloading. Last but not the least thing is, after you have taken your CDS 1 2022 exam, I would suggest you to also get yourself enrolled into SSB interview online course, which we have prepared for you and which you will be getting hold of by going into our SSBCrack exams app. So download our app from the Google Play Store and get yourself enrolled into this particular SSB interview online course, which is the best online course in the entire market. Here you will find each and every testing procedures of SSB interview being covered. So as you know, in SSB interview from day 1 to day 5, all sorts of testing procedures are being held. So everything about these testing procedures are covered inside this course, along with your practice sets for your practice as well. Not only that, you can also be a part of our live interactive classes which take place regularly and in monthly basis, where our top-notch recommended tutors will come for your help, will help you to know how to take the hold of these testing procedures, how to get yourself qualified in them, how to practice and prepare for your SSB interview, and they will also be clearing your any queries or doubts regarding SSB interview. So please go and join this particular SSB interview course once your CDS 1 2022 exam is over. Last but not the least, if you are preparing for any other defense exams other than CDS, please go get a hold of our app as well. Download our app from the Google Play Store and you can check out all the large ranges of courses that we have provided for all written defense exams. So you can also get yourself enrolled into these courses after checking them out, and do not forget to use the code Warrior10 through which you can get a 10% off on all these courses. So I hope that this session has been quite informative to you. Now that you know how to download the admit card, all the best for your upcoming CDS 1 2022 exam. Start preparing, start gearing up for the exam which is around the corner, which is going to take place on 10th of April, and I will see you with something more interesting, informative and helpful for your written defense exams and for your SSB interviews as well. Till then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams and always stay positive and motivated. Jai Hind.